Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Yo, the word on the YouTube is that Young Thug calls Yak Gotti a rat bastard. I'm gonna have to say, I don't believe Young Thug is going out reckless like that when they know that he's watching him on the joint. I can't say how he feel or what went on with him, but I'm gonna play this joint and I'm gonna step back into my alter ego when I was on the street so y'all can understand what's going on with this Young Thug, Yak Gotti, Gunna, and this whole Young Thug, situation. Now that it's behind them, they got nothing else to talk about, so they making content. So let's play this. Make sure you cop my man Lou Sims' book. The QR code is on it, and I'm gonna tell you about this joint that I'm with right now called Cashbox. It's gonna knock Cash App out the box. It's gonna start up in the first quarter of January. Be on the lookout. I will be a spokesman. I'm feeling a vibe and I'm feeling how everything going. Now cop my man Lou Sims' book and be looking out for Cashbox. All right. All right, so we're going to play this joint now. I'm going to get right into it because I want y'all to understand what it's like when you sit here and you run the streets and you break the law and then you got to sit in front of these people that you thought you was smarter than when you got out there. This is Young Thug calls Yak Gotti a rat and threatened him after he beat all charges. That sounds ludicrous, right? As Mike Tyson would say. It sounds ludicrous. He went to trial with this man for 18 months, and then now YouTube is creating this image. Or maybe it's happening. Y'all put in the comments. Y'all let me know. Let's play the tape. All right?
You have been found not guilty on all charges. Mr. Stillwell, can you please stand? You have been found guilty on count 64, possession of a firearm by a convicted and not guilty on every other charge.
Now, how do you think Young Thug felt while he sat home and he watched the verdict? I just saw a video where he actually called his lawyer while it happened. His lawyer said it, he said it, and he was like, man, if I would have just stuck it out, it's always the after joint. But Lord forbid if they would have found guilty, he would have said, man, I'm glad I took this 40 stupid years of probation. And yeah, Young Thug, not disrespecting you. If you comfortable with it, that's all that matters. But that was a stupid cop because they're going to be on your line and they're going to try and get you. But I'm not going to sit up here and say you definitely going to jail like these dudes on this video. But let's play this.
After the Yak Gotti verdict, this is what Young Thug had to say. Can't trust nobody. And he posted emojis and a screenshot of Yak Gotti in the interrogation room. Well,
Stop. Look, they saying he posted a screenshot, right? Not saying he did or he didn't. Young Thug, if you did this, this was stupid. My number is going to be coming up on the screen. Feel free to call me, man. I'm here for you young brothers that need guidance and your OGs around you obviously not telling you for whatever reason or they don't know to tell you. And it's not a disrespect to them because like they said, you can't hold no man responsible for what he don't know. And right now, I'm telling you, Young Thug, you acting like you don't know that these people ain't playing if this is really you. So I'm going to say this is alleged you posting this about Gunna and Yak Gotti. But we're going to take Gunna off of this, right? We're going to take Gunna off of it. But we're going to talk about Yak Gotti. Yak Gotti right there is supposed to be bonded with you for the rest of your life because he sat there with you when you fought for your life. He fought for his life when you fought for your life. That's equivalent to me going on a shootout with one of my comrades, and then after the shootout and we get away, I left early and he stayed behind and he got the bag, which was his freedom. And now I'm mad that he got the bag when I ran out the establishment and left the bag. That's all that is. But that was my choice. So I can't be mad at my comrade now or my co-defendant because he stayed in and fought for the bag. That's where I give him a round of applause. All right, y'all, relax, man. Relax. All right, let's play this back. But this right here, I don't like this, Doug. Doug, if this is you, I don't like this. If this is you, you need to really reach out to me. My number is 917-680-9091. It's going to be popping up on the screen. Let's get this thing right. Let's keep you out of jail. Let's get your joint right. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of your co-defendants. Yeah, I don't care what rat bastards want to say it. Because then you got civilians weighing in on the gangster life. That's what the problem is. You need to go get a legitimate business like Cashbox. Get that right. Let's keep this moving. You know what I mean? Find something to invest your time in, invest your money in. Other than interjecting your nose in gangster business. Stop it.
A screenshot of Yak Gotti in the interrogation room. Welcome back to Industries TV, and today we're going to be talking about Young Thug, the YSL trial, and Yak Gotti. Now, we all know a few weeks ago, Young Thug took a plea deal of 40 years.
That was your choice, Thug. That's if you posted this. You can't be mad at your comrade because they stayed in and rolled the dice. If they would have rolled the dice and crapped out, then you would have been saying, man, I did the right thing. Now you're questioning if you did the right thing, which was only natural, you know? But I don't have you doing this craziness that they're trying to create on YouTube. But maybe we're going to find out. What I heard from your lawyer is that you're not mad at them, that you went out like a G, you was happy that your comrades beat it, and that was it. But YouTube, this video saying a little different. I don't know if it's true or not. Y'all put in the comments, or Young Thug, let me know or somebody through you know if this is true. And if it's true that you mad at them, you need to call me, my bro.
With 15 years of probation. If y'all take a look at the screen, it said sentence him to 40 years. That would have forced him to serve 5 years in prison, but she commuted it to time served. In addition, he must complete 15 years of probation, which can result in 20 years to be served in custody if probation is not successful.
You see what I'm saying? That's a crazy plea. But I know what you was feeling, Thug. I know what you was feeling. You've been in there for 2.5 years. They playing games. You getting up at 3 o'clock every morning. You got to go dress out from that nasty prison outfit. Go down there, put on your nice, comfortable clothes, and then sit there and wait from 3:30 when they bring you down till after count clear, approximately 5 o'clock. Then they move you to another holding cell by 7, and then the marshals come get you by 7:15, 7:30, and then they drive you over to the courthouse by 8, and this is every day for 18 months. I went through that every day for 2 weeks, so I know what you're feeling. And at that phase, you felt like, man, they giving me a chance to go home right now and spend Thanksgiving with my family. Man, that's a no-brainer. But you got think about what they putting behind you, which is that 40 years that would have forced you to serve 5 years in prison. But, you know, she commuted the time served. In addition, you know, he must complete 15 years of probation. So, Thug, you got to do 15 years without jaywalking. That's going to be hard, bro. That's where you need good, strong men around you to make sure that they pull up your bootstraps and keep you moving in the right direction.
Now, with the news of Yak Gotti beating his whole case with no probation, no restrictions, no nothing, Young Thug was highly upset.
Did you hear that? Young Thug, you need, I mean, I don't feed into the social media stuff, but when it's something as serious as this, like they trying to act like you in your body because your comrade that rolled the dice, that rolled with you for 18 months, and when you decided to bail ship, which you was 100% entitled to, he said, I'm not getting off this ship. I'm going to ride it to the end. And he chose to roll the dice and he won. So I know Young Thug can't be mad at that. Right now, you should be giving him a round of applause. All right. Like, why are you gonna clap so long? Why you gonna clap so long? Relax. Come on.
As Yak Gotti's mother spoke to reporters.
Now this is deep.
Having a personal life, coming back down here, sleeping in the courtroom, they having to wake me up, doing this thing over and over and over again repetitiously.
Yo, that's a mother's love. And that's why I tell you youngins, don't go out there doing that because it's not worth it. That's a mother's love. You heard what she's saying? Get up here every day for 18 months being repetitious with this. Why would you want to put your mama through this, youngins? It's not worth it. Listen to this woman. She's proud of him for going all the way rolling the dice as any mother should because she know the choices that her son made. He made a choice to be on the street. So all you little rat bastards that's sitting there saying, oh, your son is not no angel. I know he's not no angel, but he's a saint when it come on the street. In your world, he's not an angel. We're not going to sit here doing that. In your world, he's not an angel. In the street world that my son chose to be in, he is an angel. He's a saint. Y'all don't understand that because this is not your world. So let this mother have her moment. She's so proud of her son for standing up to the code as a man because that's the life that he chose. And she's supporting her son with any choice that he makes, whether she supports how he got in that situation. If you could understand what I'm saying, make sure you subscribe at Mecca Audio TV.
Every day, my son stood up 30 months. My son stood up, and we was victorious. I'm thankful to God that a mother love went beyond the world.
Now, let me break this down and show you two sides of this, because this is how real Unique Mecca Audio is. She's proud of her son for standing up, for violating people's rights, for disrespecting the community. But that's the life he chose, and that got a whole nother set of rules. She's thankful for God for freeing her son after punishing other people's babies. And y'all don't understand that. Y'all think she wrong, she this, she that. No, that's the son her choice made. Well, that's the choice her son made. See, I'm just a little chilly. I just freestyle. I'm just letting you know from the heart how I feel. So if you don't understand it, keep using Cash App, because I'm telling you, Cashbox gonna knock that out the box. Watch what I tell you. If you send your money to the wrong place, even if they get the money and accept the money, you can still take your money back with Cashbox. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think about an app that's gonna, work like Cash App. But if you send the money to the wrong person, they accept the money, and you realize you sent it to the wrong person, you can still pull your money back. Let's give that a round of applause. Cashbox. All right, relax. Now let me ride. Let me ride. And let me tell you like this. The same way y'all don't understand how this mother is proud of her son for going all the way fighting against the state of Georgia to defend what he chose to be a part of, which is the street, not a gang, not a YSL, because Young Thug never admitted that YSL is a gang so they can still move forward. That probation is going to hinder him because he can't go on social media, can't be around this one, that one, and all that. But my man Yak Gotti could do what he need to do, so Young Thug need to use Yak Gotti right now in a position to say what he wants to say, but through Yak Gotti. That's what I would do as an OG street dude. I don't need to say it. All I need is the message out there. So I would incorporate Yak Gotti, even if he just talk. He ain't even got a rap. To just talk on a joint that he don't like rat bastards. We got to give him some gunshots. That's how the rat bastards be shooting their gun. And then they want to go into court and testify. He made me shoot it. I didn't mean to shoot it. But anyway, this mother is so proud, but at the same time, you have the victims. You have the victims' mothers that's furious that he beat it. Like, how could he beat this after he punished my baby, after he poisoned my community? And they're right too in their community world. But in the street world, we celebrating, Yak Gotti beating it. I don't know about y'all, but that's how this thing works.
And I'm thankful. I never gave up on my son. Never. He said, Mama, I'm not taking it. I'm standing up.
And at the same time, Mama know that even though he may not have did all the things they saying he did, Mama know he wasn't no civilian boy, and he did what he had to do as a hood gangster. And she said, baby, I'm supporting you. That's what happened in the wood. Yo, hold up. The hood. Now, I know, I was talking to somebody today, right? They talking about how this one, that one, you know what I mean? How they know, they talk bad about somebody's mother because they was on crack. I don't agree with that. Let me say that. Because I know mothers that was on crack that did a better job of raising their children than mothers that some mothers that wasn't on crack. Because even though they was on crack, they still made sure their baby was all right with the bare minimum that they gave them. But then you got parents that's not on crack, that is in a sane mind, don't have an addiction, that don't do nothing for their children. But I know crack mothers that make sure their kids got up every morning, went to school, went to bed, and did their homework. And the mother was out running the streets all day. But she stopped in the evening and made sure they did what they had to do to get their education and move forward. Some of those crack mothers didn't even stop in to do that. But the child still loves his mother because a mother's love is undeniable. Let's keep this going. Mama's speaking for her baby, and I love this.
And I stood right by him every day. Every day of the week, I stood by my child. And he said no, and I said, I'm gonna stand with you. I'm gonna stand with you to the end. And we stood down to the end. You never give up.
Never give up.
No matter what's thrown against you, you never give up.
Never give up.
Never.
Never.
And he stood down. And I'm right here every day. Every day I stood.
Now, I understand.
That's a mother's loyalty and love. Regardless if they support what their child do, they support their child.
That a mother's gonna stand with her child no matter what, whether they wrong or whether they right. But she gotta understand that her son is part of the problem. And I'm not the only one saying this.
Part of what problem? Her son chose to be on the street. What he did is not a problem on the street. What he did, or allegedly did, was a problem in society. Her son chose to be in the underground society. That's going to the gambling spot late night. That's going to the bootlegger late night. That's going to the after hour spot late night. Y'all in bed tucking your kids in, sleeping, and wake up to be slave to your job, to go to work again in the morning, go home, do the same thing, then feed the kids, go to sleep, and wake up and do it again. While you're doing that, her son chose to be in the bootleggers, in the after hours. Come on. You can't judge them because you're not in their lane. Sometimes it's best to just zip it and keep it moving.
Y'all take a look at the screen. One person said, you know what your son be doing. Great acting though. And somebody else said,
what is great acting about that by her standing behind her son? You definitely need gun. Listen, if y'all don't know nothing about this, man, all I'm asking here, Unique Mecca Audio, because I'll block your fake rat bastard ass in a minute. Don't come on my channel and say no stupid comments like that. All these comments are stupid. These young men chose the street, they rolled the dice from the street, and they won on the street. And now y'all trying to judge them in your civilian world? Where they do that at? Then if you seen these men, you wouldn't say a word to them. But you come on YouTube and talk about your son is no saint. Sorry, OG, your son is no saint. Be quiet and thank God for freedom. No, you be quiet and mind your... You fucking... That's how I feel about y'all making these stupid comments. Stay in your lane. In the civilian world, you're right. With these stupid comments, they're stupid when you come to the street. In the civilian world, you're 100% right. Let's get it right. But don't weigh in on a mother celebrating her son's freedom because my mama had to wait 26 years for me to get out of prison. So I know what it's like. This mother didn't have to. So I'm speaking for this mother because this could have been my mother if I would have been blessed to beat it. But God felt I needed to go through what I went through. And from that, I elevated into the man that I am when I'm speaking to your babies. And now I'm getting ready to do something big with Cashbox. That's going to blow your mind. You see how I keep got to say, make sure we get Cash App on the screen. Make sure you hit the icon that said it was created in 2020. Well, you ain't got to do that with Cashbox, baby. If you send it to the wrong person, they collect the money. You can still take the money from them and move it to where you want to put it and even increase it. You know what I mean? Or decrease it. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Sorry, OG. Your son is no saint. Be quiet and thank God for his freedom.
This is bigger than you. And I'm thankful to the people all over the world that prayed, gave me encouragement. He gave me encouragement. Big Jeff, Miss Sylvia, everybody around me. Taylor, Cole, I got so many people, my family members in Miami, Florida. Everybody that gave me hope and encouragement. And Monte stood every day. He watched them say bad things about him and disgrace him. And I had him and I raised him. They divulged his character. They said bad things about him. But we got the victory. And in life, you never give up. Never. You never give up, no matter how bad it looks. God said he'll make your enemy your footstool. I look to the hills where my help come from. I had bad days, I had good days, I had emotional days, but I damn if I was gonna give up. And I'm thankful for everybody that's been around me in my life who encouraged me.
Now let me just say this. I hope her son stay out of trouble, because if he don't, he gonna make his mama look stupid.
Shut the on with you clowns doing these YouTubes, man. If I'm not gonna say what channel this is, because that's some clown ass shit. If he mess up and go back to jail, as you call it, that just means that he's surviving in the hood. And that's why I'm telling y'all, don't go in the hood. Because even though he don't want to crash out, he coming home. If some clown say something to him out of line, cross his path in the wrong way that violate the hood, he's gonna handle or have to handle his business or get handled by the clown. Because that's the world and the life that he chose to be in. So y'all please stop. It hurts me to my heart because I did 26 years for those streets. I'm not proud of it. But I know there's a lot of young people also that just don't know. And they think it's sweet. I thought it was sweet. And it cost me 26 years. I'm trying to prevent you from winding up in my cell. That's it. I'm trying to prevent you from winding up in my cell. Leave that shit to somebody else, man, and get your life together. Let's keep it moving.
That judge gonna throw all them charges that he just beat back on him, plus the new charges. Y'all already know how.
Yo, that's some bull crap. They can't throw the charges on him that he already beat. So you stop telling these kids this foolery. He's acquitted of it. They can't bring him back, man. Stop talking stupid and putting out fake information. They can't bring no charges back. He didn't make no deal. He rolled the dice and gave you enough anger. So stop all that, man. Y'all a bunch of clowns. I can't stand you, mother. But I could bring the charges back on this man. He got a victory in our world. In your stupid ass mind, you feel like, oh, he violated people's rights. No, he chose to do what he wanted to do, and it came with consequences, and he dealt with those consequences that came with what he chose to do as a motherfucking man in that world. So now you get these that get on here and put the comments, that's not the real world. The real world is going to school, getting a job, taking care of kids. You're 100% right. But it's also the real world in their minds and hearts when they choose to run the street. That's the real world of the street. Don't think because you chose to be a civilian, everybody should choose to be a civilian. That's like me thinking that everybody should have chose to sell drugs because I chose to sell drugs. Stop it, you scumbags. Can't stand y'all, man. Word.
Go.
You have been found not guilty on all charges. Mr. Stewart. You have been found guilty on count 64, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and not guilty on every other charge.
Now that's a victory, you bags. That's even a victory. He only found guilty on one charge and not guilty on everything else. In our world, that's a victory, you stupid mother that's sitting here watching this YouTube with these fake that sitting here, come up here talking stupid. Don't compare the two worlds. That's like putting a square peg in a round hole. The psych told me that when they did an evaluation to see if I was stupid. Let me ride. Let me ride real quick. My co-defendant was locked up, right, for 2 bodies. Me and him locked up in the county jail. He looking at 6 life sentences, and he had a kingpin charge on my case, my co-defendant. My co-defendant had to have a psychological test because he told him that he wanted to be his own lawyer. And this dude had a 2nd grade education. And he had a constitutional right to represent himself. So he told the judge, we in there talking. He said, yo, man, they gonna try and fry me. I said, nah, this is what you do. You a crazy mother. You're stupid as a bag of rocks. You're retarded. You never played these people game of school just like me. So both of us is considered as stupid mothers. So what you go in there and say, your stupid ass want to be your own lawyer, knowing you're gonna fry yourself, but the judge ain't gonna want to put you through that crap, or the jury or the family of the victims through that crap because he had 2 bodies on the case. So he went in and told him, I want to represent myself. Can't do that. You know what I mean? I said, when they tell you can't do it, you stand up and tell me your constitutional right to represent yourself because you have the right to represent yourself. You don't need to have to get no lawyer. So he went in there and he stuck with his guns. He came back, to the unit, after we went back to the ball pen and we cracking up, right? He telling me, because, he went in that here, right? We cracking up. So me and him in there, I said, yo, you handle that like a champ, boy. We going to get him a run for their money. He from New York, too. He from Harlem, right? I said, yo, we going to give him a run for their money. He come back in. So they said, the prosecutor said, oh, he only got a 2nd grade education and he's borderline retarded and, he's just as dumb as Unique. You know what I mean? And the judge said, hold up, but Unique run a multi-million-dollar operation and got away from y'all for 7 years. So how stupid can Unique be? Then the prosecutor said, I'm telling you, he's crazy. So the judge said, no problem. We're going to have Sykes and, evaluate him. So when we go back to the unit, they call him the next morning to go down there. I called him in my cell and said, look, before you go down there, Ron, when they give you the joint and they tell you that they want to fit this round peg in the square peg, you sit there, you stick your tongue out to the side like you're really trying to figure out a way to make it happen. And you just, like you're trying, like this the hole, right? This the hole. So you're supposed to put this in the hole. I said, you put it this way. Like, it just won't go. And you just keep turning it where and they're going to look at you. You have your tongue out, don't pay them no attention. And you act like you really figuring out why you can't get this peg, right, to go in this hole in this manner. And the whole time they're expecting you to just go, boop. But instead of that, you put it crossways. And you spin it all kinds of angles. And you play with it and you put it crossways again. My man did it and came back. They said, that nigga retarded. Oh, excuse me for saying the N-word. He said, yo, that nigga retarded. So once they said he retarded, that was it. Now that's a game changer for the joint. You know what I mean? So now they said, okay, he's not even competent to stand trial. And he's not competent to represent himself. So now they came with a plea. He was looking at death penalty. So at least, from that little antics, it got him down to taking 6 life sentences in prison. And as a man, he took that and went up and he's still in jail 30 years. Gonna die in prison. Still fighting to get out. But he was willing to go out like a man. And I know you rat bastards is saying that's not a man, that's a coward. He should have did this and he should have did that, should have did this. No, you should mind your in business. That's what my man Boogie Black say.
So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you are officially released from further service, and I cannot express the degree of thanks that Fulton County owes you for your service. Given the length of this trial, you have paid close attention this entire time, and I appreciate your devotion, as I'm sure do the parties in this case. You are welcome to stay for the sentencing, or you can return to the jury room. I would like to speak with you in just a moment in the jury room. If you all do want to stay, you're welcome to stay. Is there any objection to the form or the legality of this verdict? Any from the defense?
That's a gangster, man. He beat the joint. He just said, man, however, whoever he want to praise, he was there and he held you down, and he sent that European with his hand on your back to be your savior. He sent that European with his hand on your back to be your savior. The same as God sent Cashbox to us to be our savior, so we ain't got to lose our money no more. I just want a lawsuit with Cash App where they got to give me back $2,500 and then $1,500 that they robbed me for with the shenanigans they played that Cashbox don't have, that secures your bread. Cashbox secure your bread. We rolling it out in January, man. Let's get this thing moving.
All right. All right. Is there any reason that we can't go ahead and sentence? You may.
Now, after Yak Gotti beat his case, Young Thug's attorney Keith Adams says Atlanta rapper had a bit of regret in not taking YSL Rico trial to jury verdict.
Of course he did. I would.
After learning YSL Shannon and Yak Gotti beat their charges. Now let me just say this. I feel like Young Thug did the right thing, because you don't want to play with the court system. You don't want to take something to trial that's going to get you about 40 years when you could just get out on probation like he did.
See, that's why you ain't in the street, and that's why you should stay off the street and leave these comments to your damn self. That's your choice and you're entitled to it, but don't push that bull crap propaganda to the people like if you're right, because that's your choice. Me, myself, I would have went all the way and rolled the dice and just fought it on appeal if I lost. But that trial was looking too shaky, too crazy. Big shout out to Little Woody, you know? Monk Pump, you know what I mean? And the rest of the witnesses that blew the case up. Not saying I'm supporting them in any form or fashion, but when brothers from the street realize they did wrong and then they get a chance to make it right, they do what Little Woody and Monk Tongue did. Monk Tongue told that lady, I'm not scared of you. And the whole time she's thinking, you coward mother. You sat there in my office ready to suck my toes if I told you. And now you get here in the courtroom under oath in front of the camera and talk about you not scared of me when I know and you know you petrified of me, but you're trying to sell this image on YouTube? Is you crazy? That's what Miss Love was thinking. That's what Miss Love was thinking. Let's finish playing this so we can tap out, man.
Even though I'm pretty sure that he's going to mess up on probation and going to have to do that 20 years. So yes, Young Thug is going back to jail.
Now, why would you say something like that, man? Yo, you YouTubers, please, I'm asking you. I'm not telling you anything. I'm asking you. Please don't put that type of negative in the air about my comrades, about our brothers and sisters. You know he going back to jail. Come on, dog. Why would you even say that? And then y'all wonder why these people don't even want to do an interview with you. Wishing they go to jail. Come on.
Remember I said this, Young Thug is going back to jail. It's not me wishing bad on him, it's just me seeing reality. It's common sense. I said the same thing about Little Durk, and where Little Durk at right now.
You see, he bragging that he wished Little Durk in prison. This is what these YouTubers do. Not even calling no names, but he's bragging that he wished Little Durk in prison. I'll say the same thing about Little Durk. Look what Little Durk is at now. You scumbag. Man, that's all you need. That's all you need. See, y'all lucky that them days is gone. That's the days I come from. Where's decapitation for this foolery y'all doing, man? Yo, you responsible for what come out your mouth because you're the only one that control your tongue.
Found guilty on count 64, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and not guilty on every other charge.
Young Thug is going back to jail. Remember I said this. Young Thug is going back to jail. It's not me wishing bad on him.
Yes,
it's
it
just
is.
me seeing reality. It's common sense. I said the same thing about Little Durk, and where Little Durk at right now? In the feds.
No, I ain't no regrets. No regrets. You know what I'm saying? He did what he felt like he wanted to do.
Exactly. As a man, he did what he felt he had to do as a man. That's why if you don't sign up for this joint here, that's coming out in the first quarter of 2025, you're the biggest fool in America because Cash App, my joint is on the screen, but I got to tell you, make sure you hit the icon and it says it was created in 2020, but you ain't got to do none of that with Cashbox. If the wrong person get it, you can say, man, that's not unique mega audio, my man. Let me pull that back. And even if they get it put in their account, you still pull it back. Y'all put in the comments what you think about a cash box service like that. All right.
So he's grown. He made his own decision.
Have you spoken to him since this happened?
Yeah.
What is his reaction to today's verdict?
Today? Nah, I haven't spoken to him.
How is he doing?
He's doing great. He's doing great. Honestly, he's doing great. So he don't have, you know, we still fight. We still fighting out as well. It's
See, and they don't even understand when he said we still fighting because they're looking at it like it's just Young Thug that he's representing. He's letting it be known he's representing the brothers from the street that chose that life, even though he didn't choose it and he didn't want that for young Jeffrey. But young Jeffrey chose that. Young Jeffrey tried as a man to go down the path he chose was best for him. He bumped his head on a wall, and from him bumping his head, he wound up in prison with a RICO charge, with them trying to take him down, going to trial for 18 months. And that mother we just saw earlier from Yak and this father from Thugger goes to show you how the parents in the hood hold their children down when the children make the wrong choices and didn't listen to the parent. They didn't abandon the children. They rallied with them, get them back on safe land, and then push them forward and hope they go into the world and be a productive citizen. And that's where we at. I respect you, Jeffrey Sr. and Jeffrey and Yak Gotti and all the other, and Shannon and Steelwell, all y'all that went to trial and stood up as men. I respect you. Forget what these YouTubers talking, trying to break it down, put their interpretation of what they coward ass would do. That's why y'all keep doing YouTube. But watch what you say about men, because you need to find something safe to play with. Remember that. I learned that early in the game. Find something safe to play with if you want to play games. Because everyone don't play by the rules you expect. All right?
It's not over for us.
What do you mean?
Not, huh?
What do you mean it's not over for you guys?
It's not over for us because I got another son and a grandson
Tell him again.
that was arrested about this case that I'm still fighting for.
What if you've been an outspoken critic of Fulton County DA's office in light of today's verdict? I got a message for that?
I still feel the same way about the DA office. It's a piece of shit.
Tell him again. You heard what he said? He a gangster. He said it like it is. I feel the same way about the DA's office. They a piece of crap. From the street point of view, that's how he feel. He's entitled to that. And y'all that voted to put the DA's office in thing, y'all think that he wrong or whatever, and he think you wrong. But that's where we have the freedom to agree to disagree, if you understand that.
So, you know, we got to get those people out of there. All right, if we want to continue to have just our, we got to get them out.
In case I take this super easy, can you say your name and spell Braintree?
Big Jeffrey Williams, one.
No. Proud of his
Yak
boy.
Gotti verdict. This is what Young Thug had to say. Can't trust nobody. and he posted emojis and a screenshot of Yak Gotti in the interrogation room.
Hey, yo, listen, man. Listen. Let me talk to Young Thug and all of y'all. This picture of Yak Gotti in the interrogation room does not make him a rat bastard. That just means he was in an interrogation room and he might have did like Unique would have did, even though I wouldn't have wound up in nobody interrogation room. So, you know what I mean? Would have just been, you know, F you, copper. I ain't got nothing to say to you. You don't know if he's giving up any information. You don't know if he's cooperating, if he's talking to him. This is a picture. Maybe Young Thug know more. If Young Thug know more, then that's what it is. You know, to get my cash box right. You know what I mean? If Young Thug knows more, that's what it is. But from this picture, this does not say that Yak Gotti or anybody that they just show a picture of in the interrogation room is a rat. Let's get that straight. Let's stop the games. Please. That's why I say don't get involved in the street. It's not worth it. Please, y'all. Please, y'all. Please, y'all. Don't get involved in the street because it's a whole different set of rules. And please don't make these Lilliputian, cowardly comments about what a person in the street should or shouldn't have done. Say what your ass would do. And we know what your coward ass would do before you say it. So don't try and make everyone else a coward because you a coward and you choose to go on the street and then now you want to tell and you want to make everybody else out to be a rat bastard like you. Stop it. Subscribe at Mech Audio TV. Like all that. Subscribe over here and cop my man Lou Sims' book. The QR code on the screen works. Represent the homies, man. And be on the lookout for Cashbox. Gonna save your life in 2020. At least your financial life, that is. All right?
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. Did not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, make an audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now you trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish there. But now it ain't about